Hello, and welcome to The Locker Room. We are featuring 32 years of Charles Lincoln Harper High School Black and Gold Pride. We are in Atlanta, Georgia, on the west side of Atlanta, in the Adamsville community, Collier Heights community, Bankhead Court, and English Park communities. We're at the corner of Fairmont Road and Collier Drive. 3399 Collier Drive, Charles Lincoln Harper High School. 32 years of Black and Gold Pride. 32 years. Today, we have two of the 32 Miss Harpers right here on our program with us today. We have alumni class of 1987, Miss Harper, homecoming queen, Miss Cassandra Butler. Yep. We have Charles Lincoln Harper High School, homecoming queen, Miss Harper, alumni class of 1994, Miss Lamar Freeman. We're here in the locker room. We're going to talk to you guys and explain to you guys about history facts. We're going to talk about City of Atlanta history, and we're going to talk about Black history that is so deserved for the Black and Gold Charles Lincoln Harper High School. I'm Maya Nolan. This is the locker room, and we will be right back. We're back on the locker room. C.L. Harper High. Miss Harpers are in the house. Miss Cassandra Butler, alumni class of 1987. I got something for you. I got an envelope for you. Okay? Hold that for a minute. Okay. Miss Charles Lincoln Harper High, alumni of 1994, Miss Lamar Freeman. We got something for you, okay? Okay. Now, what these envelopes have in them, just look in there and kind of see. And whatever you see, just kind of express yourself about it, okay? There are Miss Harper pictures, okay? From the past and from the old, okay? Just kind of look at them for a minute. Just tell me how you feel. These history is so important to us these days, and we have two young ladies that's going to share their wonderful life of being Miss Harpers for life. It's something they signed up for. We're going to see how they did and got all this popularity about themselves back in the time we didn't have social media. And that's the question I'm going to ask y'all. How did y'all get so popular? It wasn't on Facebook and on Instagram and all that type of stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, I can remember campaigning vividly in my mind. And that's what we did. One, it was all about your personality. It had a lot to do with how you treated people, which was how people respected you and felt about you. And then, we used to make flyers.
Right.
You just make copies on. So we had flyers.
And what you just hung them all around the school?
Oh, we hung them around the school. I had a campaign team. We passed them out during homeroom. We passed them out during
How you get your
A, B,
campaign
and
team?
C
How you
lunch.
get to be so popular and get your team?
It was my
then?
friend.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was my friends. And friends came from everywhere. You opened up talking about Bankhead Court. You talked about English Avenue, English Park, and Carroll Pitts. Let's not forget about that as well. So we had friends from all walks of life. It didn't matter where you came from, where you lived. We just had friends because everybody was on the same track.
We all were. We were Black and Gold Pride.
You better know it.
Yeah. And what about you? How did you promote yourself during times after that?
I remember coming in Harper in the 8th grade and saying, I want to be Miss Harper.
Okay, so you was inspired from
I was, and actually, I should have brought it, but I have all of the homecoming programs from my 8th grade year to my senior year.
Oh,
I
wow.
put them all in my senior book.
Okay.
So that's how serious I was about wanting to be Miss Harper.
Do you remember who Miss Harper was your 8th grade year?
I think it was Tammy Robbins.
Tammy Robbins.
Was Miss Harper there?
She's one of the 32.
And then I want to say after that it was maybe Janella Scott, then it was Tracy Dove, and Tamara Hope, and me.
All right.
I can remember.
You remember that?
Because I knew that's what I wanted
Black and
to do.
Gold Pride. Black and Gold Pride. And there's some pictures in there. Y'all got like a throwback queen in there, right? See if you find the throwback queen. Now I found out from a counselor that we had right there. That's it, Miss Sandra. See if you find out right there. I'm gonna show this one to the camera. Right here.
Okay.
Her name is Sharon Jones, 1967 Miss Harper Queen.
Wow.
I just want to kind of show it to the camera there. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of show some queens, okay? Before we was born. Look, Martin Luther King was making his run. There's a Harper High Queen. Look at her with the flowers and everything. And y'all stood and did the same thing she did. Yes. Y'all learning about it today, ain't it? And if you're living out there, we paying homage to you while you live. Rest in peace, if you know. We love you, Trojans for life. But anyway, there's a picture right here. So if there's pictures that y'all see, kind of just give me some little memories about then and now, what you see, old school, and how did it make you feel thinking about some of the pictures like that?
Well, I'm looking at this picture,
Okay.
and
That's a 1975, Miss Queen.
really,
It's 1975.
Oh,
You see
wow.
her court? You see the
I do.
I think
and-
you had it too.
And this, I
That's so
think
cool.
that was one of the attractions that I had to wanting to be Miss Harper too. I just loved how sharp they were. Like the queen, I mean,
And that was
sharp
you.
as a tack.
And that's you too now. You got to remember now, that's you too now. That's what this show is all about. We paying homage to all of y'all, and it's so beautiful to see this right here, seeing these ladies the other day. Look at her courtship. Yeah, this little white girl here, she was Miss Ninth Grade. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
That she was getting ready to come to the black and gold down there. Sonny, what do you think about that picture right there?
I tell you, I'm looking at this one about former principal Mr. O.C. Irons, and it reminds me, I have this exact same picture when he was crowning me,
She right there, right?
Miss Harper High School. Yes, there it is, right there.
This the year.
Yes,
That's
that's
it?
it right there. And
Alumni class of 1987. That was my queen, Mike. This is when I had the football too.
that's right.
She
That
represented
picture
so
was in
well,
there
like-
too, when you gave me the football.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that right there. And we're gonna have slideshows where you can really see all these pictures up close on the program. And just tune in with us. We're gonna keep it real. Yep. That's me and your year right there. Ain't
It is.
it?
There's the one here with
It's-
you
it's-
giving me the football.
Ain't that something? That's some beautiful times back in the days. Do you remember the captain that gave you the football and kissed you?
Willie Mosley.
Willie
And
Mosley.
we're still friends.
You and
today.
Willie, boy, that sounds like a real linebacker right there. Willie, what position Willie Mosley played?
Oh, don't get me the line.
You don't know.
I can't remember that.
Oh yeah, it's something I want y'all to do after I show this picture right here. This gonna be awesome right here. This is my senior year, 1987. Reaching in there and getting this beautiful queen a kiss, and we represented well that day. We didn't win the ball game, but I think I won the day.
Yes, you did.
Yes. All right, ladies, y'all got to do this for me. Now. I put stuff this a little early before I did this. Structured and unstructured on the show. Let me see the way. The way. How y'all learn it? Yes. So do the queen before that show y'all that? Y'all go to class? Where y'all learn that from?
You just go.
A queen is a queen is a queen. Charles Lincoln Harper High School, C.L. Harper Royal Queenship, right here on this locker room, right here in the locker room. Okay, some history now. Okay, some history facts. We're back on the locker room with the Charles Lincoln Harper High alumni queens. Queens, tell us something, starting with Miss Lamar Freeman, Miss Harper, Miss Homecoming. I like saying that. Alumni class of 1994. Tell us something that they don't know. That's something interesting about it.
Well, my year as queen probably was the most different year because we had an African theme. It was actually called African Odyssey. And so all of the queens, we had African garb and gowns, and they were all handmade. Mine was white, and my court, theirs was like gold with sequins. Even the crown, we didn't have a traditional crown. I had a hat crown. So it was just very, very different.
It was. Wow.
Even the week of homecoming, how you would dress for it. I remember the pep rally, as a matter of fact. We had African themed skirt sets. I mean, we just went all the way in with it. So that was very, very unique.
Did you know that was going to be the last year Harper was going to be open at that point? The word was out then?
Well, no, actually it was one more year after mine, which was 95.
Yes.
But there was nothing in the air that would have made you think,
Mhm.
it was closing. A couple of years before I graduated, we had kind of a merger, if you will, where West Fulton had closed down, and so a lot of their students came over.
Mhm.
So we went through that transition, but we had no clue.
I was
that-
thinking we were going to be right there on that corner.
Right. Had no clue
Yeah.
as to, what was getting ready to happen, another year or so later.
That was very interesting. How about you, Miss Sandra Butler? Tell us something interesting about being Miss Harper High School.
I don't know that I have anything unique of a story as that one. Ours was very traditional, but we just still made it our own and made it fun. It was just a phenomenal week.
It was.
It seemed like every round just got higher and higher each time. So nothing extremely unique like that, but definitely a week to remember.
Was a lot of rehearsals? Like you gotta walk with the ROTC guy one day. You gotta go make a speech here. You gotta go meet with the principal here.
Those
Turn
were,
into a little business lady.
it did. Those were all really, really great things. And then you got to visit other schools for their homecoming lunches.
Right.
Yeah.
That they had during the day. So you and your sponsor, were able to go, or you and your principal were able to go. So it was just fun times. And I tell you, if I had known then what I know now, I probably would have enjoyed it even more.
Oh wow! And you did just a phenomenal job then.
Oh, it was fun.
Okay, let's say your family. We kind of went over that a little bit. How did your parents bring you to the community? Start with you. What did you know for us you going back? And were you always going to be a Harper High Trojan from baby girl coming up?
Not necessarily. I was not always going to be a Harper High Trojan, which is interesting. My parents are 90 years old, and they have been married 62 years.
Yes.
And
that's history.
When they got married, they moved in the Adamsville community. And so I have an older brother and an older sister who both went to LP Miles, but they went to Northside High School. Because back then we had the M program where we were trying to integrate schools. So they would bus African American students from Southwest Atlanta to Buckhead to school. And I was on the waiting list for Northside because my brother and sister had finished Northside.
Right.
Well, didn't get selected off of the waiting list to go to Northside, so I ended up going to Harper. And once, I think I was probably in the 10th grade, and we got a call, my parents got a call to say that I was accepted into Northside. And I said, no way. I'm enjoying Harper High School.
We're the black and gold right now.
We're black and gold right now.
I got a big future ahead of me on that
That's
crown. I got some crowns I got to put on my head and some footballs and all that stuff.
So it wasn't intended
wow.
for me to go to Harper, but once I got there, I was definitely not
It
leaving.
was meant for you to go to Harper. Wasn't intended, but it was
Enjoy
meant.
it.
That's awesome. What about you? How did your parents come to the Adamsville area?
I pretty much was born in that area. I was just sharing with her earlier that I lived in Monticello apartments, which were across the street from the old Elizabeth Baptist Church.
Yes.
So that's where, a couple of months after I was born, that's where we lived. And then I think when I was maybe about 6, we moved from there back into the Plainville community. So I stayed on Plainville Circle. So I have been Adamsville all my life.
Adamsville.
All my life I have been Adamsville.
What is the time of the show that I want to share some items with my queens here? You know what I'm saying? They so lovely sitting here with me today. They are 2 beautiful ladies with 2 lovely smiles. They are 2 beautiful queens then and now. They are 2 gracious mothers and giving mothers. And they're going to continue to show their Royal CL Harper High courtship, queenship with us. And I just want to give them some honorary, just holding their hand and make them feel real special right now. You know what I'm saying? We got some things going on, right? It's gonna be good. This is for, just hold them for a little while and then we're going to do a little cutscene. This is for my 1994 Miss Harper. Just some flowers and things like this. You can kind of hold to the side.
Thank you
Get 'em
very
in there.
much.
Yeah, I got to go, you know what I'm saying? Kind of hold for a little while. And I got one coming up for my alumni class in 1987, Miss Harper. Just something to hold up a little bit. Just something to take home, pour the water out.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
You know, like I said, I was in Miss Finley's art class, and I
Yeah.
thought it was a creative way to just show y'all thanks, and we appreciate you ladies
Thank you.
for lifetime Miss Harpers right here on stage.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Listen here, we're gonna keep this thing going. There's something else I want to hand these young ladies too, so we're gonna take their flowers right now. They're gonna take them home with them
Yes,
and
I'll
everything. They're gonna take. We're back on the locker room. 32 years of Charles Lincoln Harper High, black and gold pride. This is a great history moment that I want to share with you ladies, right? Okay, now you know the night before you might have a packed crowd in the gym. You got to make that speech to the crowd and let them know that you're gonna be Miss Harper, right? And then you know in that gym on a crowded morning, afternoon, you know, what kind of emotions do you have knowing the crowd looking at you and everybody looking at you? What you
Just nervous.
nervous?
Just nervous.
It's a prepared speech or something you make up on the spot, right?
No, it's a prepared speech, but
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still nervous.
But you're still nervous. Yeah.
But you just find those 1 or 2 people in the crowd
Yes.
who have your back, who's gonna give you a nod.
And they're gonna keep that
And
thing going.
They got me through it. They
Oh,
got
yeah.
me through it. They got
Okay.
me through it.
How about you?
I think for me, public speaking for me, I've always been comfortable with that. Now, don't ask me to sing. That's a different story. But so I was excited to give my speech because I wanted people to know why I felt like I should be their Miss Harper.
Yes,
So I was
ma'am.
excited.
That's awesome. So in that gym, you know that gym was a great gym. I found out doing this research, I found out it's really some great stuff that happened in that gym. One of the greatest, I say the greatest athlete of all time. Who would that be? I am
Well,
and say if you think who you think that person?
It was the Pit Boys for me, so I can't just
The Pit
choose
Boys.
one person.
A person that say who I am the greatest of all time.
well, that's Muhammad
Oh,
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Do you know at the time he was not Muhammad Ali, he was what that name right
Hey,
That's just right.
Guess
That's
where
right.
he's at? He's in your auditorium. He's in
Get
Harper.
out
your
here.
Harper
Wow.
High School.
Look at
Out of
that.
here.
At the time, he
Yes.
wasn't Muhammad Ali. He
He was
was
Cassius
Cassius
That's
Clay.
right. That's right.
He came to the corner of Fathom Road,
Oh,
Kaya
my
Drive.
goodness.
33,
I
representing
never
in that
knew
gym, just
that.
like you.
Wow.
Ain't that something? That's
That
history.
is history.
He ended up throwing his left, right,
Oh,
talk.
my
He on the
goodness.
microphone saying some good stuff.
Do you
And
know
shoot.
what year this was?
1967.
Wow.
So this was after all that draft stuff and all of that.
All of that.
Yeah.
So he was leading into it. So he probably had on the table of him getting ready to change his name.
Mm.
Being around those black kids and how important
Oh,
black
yeah.
folks are, you know what I'm saying? He had to make a move.
Well,
Iconic.
Wow.
Iconic
I
history.
have a history
Wow.
for you all too. And this was crazy because when the day this happened, I was homesick with the flu. And so I missed out on none other than Jesse Jackson coming to the school.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That was
Again.
my senior year at Harper, if I remember correctly. He came to the school and they had been looking for me. I guess they wanted me to maybe introduce him or something.
Yes.
Homesick with the flu. I said,
Oh,
oh, really?
Did you have a first attendant had to step in to help you out?
I'm
You
not
don't know
sure
how
who
that thing
they
turned
ended
out.
up-
Call of Duty, boy.
But I was really sick after
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you was really sick after that. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show who was in our gym. Cassius Clay, the greatest of all time. We'll go a close-up picture of him. And these young ladies stood right up on the stage where he stood at on the floor and made great speeches to big crowds in the gym that we grew up in. That's history right there. All right. One more thing I want to ask you, ladies. Maybe 2 more things, maybe 3 more things. I don't know. But we'll be right back on the locker room with a very special moment of the show that I like to do. And we'll be right back with that moment. We're back on the locker room with a very special moment of the show. We're celebrating 32 years of Charles Lincoln Harper High School Black and Gold Pride. These 2 young ladies did some special things in their earlier years in life by being Miss Harper High Trojans and being homecoming queens. We're going to take them down memory lane a little bit, and we're going to hand them their old footballs from, I'm going to say old football, but you're going to hand them some former footballs they had from back in the days when they were queens. This football said to Miss Harper, 1986, 87, Charles Lincoln Harper High School. That was her ball.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a special ball. Don't travel through some time. man.
Yes, it has.
Yep. This next ball is our 1994 Miss Harper, homecoming queen, Miss Lamar Freeman. This is your ball that you had back in your day. All right. Now, I guess we'll start with the youngest first. They both young ladies, but kind of tell me what you think about when you see that ball and how your mind was then, and were you thinking about your future, college, or just Tell us a little bit about those titles.
You know, when I look at this, just reflecting back on everything, it symbolizes so much to me or for me, because some of the best friendships that I have and longest lasting friendships came, out of this school. So just knowing the lifelong friendships that I have developed, just out of going to this school. I think about that, and I just think about how we are, even to this day, we're such a family. We had some tragedies this year with two of our, great classmates passed away, and we just managed to come together and support each other, and that's what I think about when I see this. I think about the good times. You can't really see it on here as much, but the football team, they signed ball, and so like I can see, I think this is Darryl Long's signature. And
was he a captain or something?
He was a captain.
Darryl Long, need you on the show, big dog. All right.
Yep, and I see a couple of other signatures on here. Mr. Austin, Reginald Austin, his signature is on here, and just good times.
Good times.
So for me, this ball just remains important. It has actually been in my parents' living room since that night in 1987. And so it wasn't hard for me to find, but what it also says to me is that this is one of my parents' most proudest moments of me, for them to keep it that long.
Wow.
I'm excited.
That's awesome. That was your past, huh?
Yeah.
Them parents were so important to us, one. Well, you know how good we have them.
We did.
Yes. So those are the memories of the back in their past, and we're gonna give them new items, new footballs. 2021 footballs for the Queens, okay?
All right.
It's something I did myself, you know what I'm saying? Got some extra stickers. I did my best with the stickers, but this is for Mrs. Freeman, Miss Harper, Miss Homecoming Queen,
Thank you.
and this for Miss
it.
Lysandra Butler, Miss Harper, Miss Homecoming Queen. 2 fresh new balls, 2 fresh new ideas, 2 fresh new days. All right. So what's the upper 2 this time?
Okay.
How do you feel about getting a new ball with new memories and knowing you still got that Harper High pride and spirit going for yourself?
Well, I tell you, this is exciting. I feel like I'm back at homecoming again. And interestingly enough, I have to say that you gave me this ball,
Yes.
and now you are giving me
I didn't know about it like that.
All right, that's what we did on the football.
That we did on the football field. Don't beat me on that. Don't nobody beat me up. Okay.
You know, and this is just, it gives me an opportunity, as this one has. Of course, I have an awesome 7-year-old, and I have a husband now, and to be able to share those memories from then and now with my family about where I came from, how important Harper was to me. This is just going to add to those conversations.
You see them 18 on the back, right?
I see.
You know what 1-8 mean, right? Now, I just learned this year by working with football. Now, I want them 18 in football. Right?
You were number 18?
Guess what day it is? It's my birthday. January the 8th.
January the 8th.
1969. January the 8th, 1969.
And can
Your
I
son.
see? My son is January 8th.
2014.
2014.
There we go. Number 18 in your life, girl.
Number 18 is in my life consistently. I love it.
All right. History facts also. What about you? How you feel about the new?
This is just, it means so much. It just symbolizes, the past, but also the future. And knowing that if it weren't for this, there wouldn't be this ball.
Oh, wow. Yes, yes.
It symbolizes just the friendships at the school that continue again to this day. Friends, 30+ year friendships, and just like the school, even though the school isn't there anymore, we're still going, in
Yes.
terms of our friendships,
Mhm.
and it's something great to have, as well, like you were saying, for your children to look at, because they've seen this old deflated ball, and we've talked about, the meaning behind that. And I've actually been talking with my daughter. She's interested in her senior year, wanting to be the queen for her school. So, I just that symbolizes this as well, just the future, what is out there that we don't quite know about, but we have such a strong foundation that we know whatever lies ahead, we're ready, because we're Trojans.
Yes.
That's right. And like we always used to say, it's hard to be a Trojan.
Hard to be a
Everybody ain't able, and we were just fortunate and blessed to be able. So I'm just proud.
32 years. We did it. Charles Lincoln Harper High School, constructed in 1963, and it was open for thousands of young men and women, faculty and staff, friends and peers, to come to that corner of Collier Drive and Fairburn Road. The school ended in 1995, and this was not a sad event. This was an event that us thousands of Harper High Trojans alumni embraced, and it automatically made Atlanta Public School System have a Harper High Legacy School. If you went to that school for one day or you went every day, you had perfect attendance. You're a Harper High Trojan. This platform for every Trojan alumni that went to school within them 32 years, please come join us on this show and share your experiences. An open platform that will never close. We show our spirit every year, coming back to campus with Harper High Day, Harper High Reunion on our campus to show that the pride and love and respect we have for that community and that school. We're on the locker room. We're wrapping it up today with 2 out of 32 Miss Harpers right here live, living, telling their testimony, their stories of then and now on the locker room with your host, Maya Nolan. Until the next time on the locker room. Yep. All right, we're gonna wrap this show up. We're gonna get I'm gonna get a flow to my queens, and I think they say they got a question to ask me.
Of course we do.
Okay.
We talked about this a little bit early, but first, I'm going to let you ask the question, but first I want to thank you. And I want to thank you for having the heart to do this, because everybody doesn't have the heart to do it. We've talked about it for a long time, but it's never been done. But yeah, we have one good question for you, though.
We do. And that question is, what motivated you to want to do this and kind of showcase the history of Harper?
What motivated me? First of all, it's the love of my community and the love that I always had from the community. You know what I'm saying? This guy right here, he's off camera, but he plays a big part of this program. His name is Vincent Bo Parker. And me and him go back to the kindergarten, and we were blessed to be in each other's presence all our lives. Having the same birthday, coming from the same community, going to the same elementary school, the same high school, being on the same football team, and just growing up with each other. Vincent Bo Parker had a dream and a vision one day. After his illness, he came through, and he told me, "My little brother, we got to get together and take pictures and start showing Trojan love more often." And I said, that's what we got to do, man. And that when he said that, I had a little inspiration in my heart then to kind of try something like this. But what really did it was when I attended my high school coach's funeral, Coach Chandler's funeral, in February 24, the year was 2017. And the preacher was talking to everybody at the funeral, and he said, if it's something that's burning deep down inside of you that you think that you have to do, you got to do it now, because life is short. And all I could think about was my community, my home, and how I came up through that community as my high school coach laid there resting in peace. And I say, he gave me a chance then to become a young man and become a teammate of so many guys older and younger than me, wear that black and gold. So I think that the journey began then at my coach's funeral, and me and my best friend, Vincent Bo Parker. So I think that's how the dream, the fire started. And our thoughts are powerful. Our thoughts are powerful, right? We have power in our thoughts. Are those the same statements? Different statements?
Different statements, same words.
Awesome. And that's us, Black and Gold Trojans, on the locker room. We are wrapping it up today with class alumni, Miss Harper, Miss Homecoming Queen, Miss Butler, with Charles Lincoln Harper High, Miss Harper, Miss Homecoming Queen, Miss Lamar Freeman. Until the next time on the locker room, we're signing out.
We all we got.
We all we got.
all we got.
We all we got.
All we got.
Trojan.